markets rise, markets fall. It's a roller coaster ride in the heat of a storm. Where do we confine us? In the bottom, on the way up is just fine. We're chasing the top, that's where we draw the line. Everybody's bullish when the market's flying high, but when the crash comes, it's hard not to sigh. Long-term dreams can shatter overnight. In the blink of an eye, all that glitters ain't bright. You gotta know, you gotta see, the market's not a guarantee. It's gonna crash, it's gonna burn. Sometimes lessons we all must learn. Riding the waves, we're holding tight through the storm and the darkest night. Markets crash, but we rise again. With each fall, strength flows through our veins. Don't chase the top when the bottom's unclear. In this world of trading, there's nothing to fear. Missing the bottom on the way up's okay, but greed on the decline will make you pay. Gotta be wise, gotta be shrewd, adapt and just your attitude. The market's wild, it's gonna change. Stay prepared, don't act disarranged. Riding the waves, we're holding tight through the storm and the darkest night. Markets crash, but we rise again. With each fall, strength flows through our veins. Don't chase the top when the bottom's unclear. In this world of trading, there's nothing to fear. Missing the bottom on the way up's okay, but greed on the decline will make you pay. Gotta be wise, gotta be shrewd, adapt and adjust your attitude. The market's wild, it's gonna change. Stay prepared, don't act disarranged. Riding the waves, we're holding tight through the storm and the darkest night. Markets crash, but we rise again. With each fall, strength flows through our veins. In this world of ups and downs, remember, don't be swayed by the sounds. Learn from the past, keep your sights on the goal. In the market dance, regain control. Markets rise, markets fall, it's a part of the game. Stay steady, stay strong, you'll never be the same. Markets rise, markets fall, it's a part of the game. Stay steady, stay strong, you'll never be the same.
Woo, crazy. Crazy. Bloody Sunday, Bloody Monday. How y'all doing?
I love that song. I love it.
Dude, really gonna ask. I started to open the show with a brown paper bag.
It's all good. Got the map up, I see, Tim.
They started blasting off already.
You didn't let it build. Hold on.
Well, I thought that song was gonna end. We missed it by
that much. Does that get smart?
That much, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna show you. Look, tacos are a flight to safety, right? You should have been in tacos, right? Number one. And number two, yes, look, get the explode. Oh, look at that. Got it all over there. It's going. There it is. It's blasting off, man.
Oh, very yeah.
Cool. Yep. No, I like how it builds. It does. It's great. Love the connectricity. Connectricity is awesome, man. Amazing game. Got the mob going off in Telegram. Just so much, man. That's why you need a crew. You need to be in a group, right? Can't be out there dilly-dallying in the tulips with the crazy people, man. That'll make you go nuts, man. But yeah. But seriously, look, man. And I was looking at it because look, yesterday was the 5th. So here we're right here's the 5th. Okay. Let me get my little ruler.
Today's the 5th.
Yeah. But it was starting last night, right?
Okay.
At least when I was watching it, right? So yeah, we'll go right about there. So I'm gonna go out here and right there. And we are 3.48% down. Not too bad. Tacos, flight to safety, right? I don't know if Bitcoin's not good. They've been making fun of it, right? But Bitcoin's too. It's not mature. It's doing its thing, right? Can't really. Oh, I see it. Tim. Hold on, me bring it down. I see what you got.
Whenever you're ready to take a deep breath, whatever, you can take a whip it or something or whatever is going to make it palatable.
Oh, whip it.
Whip it.
Go ahead. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there it is.
Look at that.
Sea of red.
Yes,
and I'm sure. Well, we were talking about this last time. We showed it off a couple times last week, but it's still. We said it. I heard it on the DGens this morning. When in doubt, zoom out and don't fear. Don't fear the year, because when you look at the year, still plenty of green out there.
Yeah, some green.
So when in doubt, zoom out. But yeah, this is some crazy stuff right here.
Do the year again. What's OM? I want to see. I want to look at OM. What was that?
This OM?
Yeah. Mantra. Huh. Okay. Mantra. Yeah, there you go. Hey, and I'm serious. I can't. I'm not obviously going to show you what I was doing, but I was in the works right last night. I was doing what we're always talking about. Now, seriously, almost a big portion of my stuff is in our ecosystem, but I'd say maybe 15% or something like that is out there playing around. Obviously, with the blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum, because I did get some more Ethereum, but I also went and bought some dips, man. There was some nice sales out there, and that's what if you have the capability to do that, those are the things you can do, right? And that's those are those opportunities, man, because you're not going to see too many of this again. Crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this price is an incredible value right now. Mm-hmm. If you look at the year for Bitcoin, within the last year, this one at 25, you would have had to bought that. What's the date? 9/11. So last September.
Yeah.
Last September 2023.
Not even a year ago.
Could have got it for 25, right?
Yeah.
But this don't get me wrong, it scares a lot of people. It's upsetting to watch this happen. But when you look at what it was a year ago, at not even a year ago, 25 grand, that's tremendous. And this is an all-time high right here, this 71. So everybody goes, okay, we're back. But we were just retracing about what the all-time highs were and lingering around there. But we had to give a little back. And this is for crypto. It's not really a big deal.
It is.
People outside crypto, it's like, oh, it's over, whatever. But and the same thing goes with ETH. I was looking at that too. If I hit the year, a year ago, you could have got it for 1,500.
It was too. It went down. It went down to almost 2,100, almost under 2,000. I tried. You can't catch that thing. It's like bing, and it bounced right away. It was crazy.
And then who really has the guts to do that and the dry powder at the same time to make that move?
Right.
You should always have a little bit. You want to have a cushion. Do something like this. I mean, you have to plan for dips.
Yeah, you do.
That's what you're here for. I mean, you want to buy all the way as it's going up, or do you want to wait until it comes off 5-10%, whatever percent? Yep. What's the percentage on most of these now? I can hit it 9. See, 9% off, 6% off, 6.3%.
And like you said, in crypto, that's.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, here it is. This is the time you'd be like, okay, how often does it go 10% down? I mean, that's down.
Yeah.
So, it's not going 50% down. I mean, that's some crazy major swing.
Oh yeah.
But this is when you have a little bit, you wait and grab it as it starts to as the fear runs up. Oh, Ray, this is what I found. Into this one. This is the different crypto fear and greed index.
Oh, I like it.
Take a look at this one. This one's pretty cool. So fear and greed is at 26. Last week we were making fun because it was like back to 74. As you could see by this little thing. But the fear and greed is in blue, right? And Bitcoin's in gold. So Bitcoin prices are in gold. So you can watch what was going on. Like we were saying, 25 grand was a low, which was right about here last year. But let's turn it back to what was happening in 2020.
Right.
2020 was the halvening that was before this one, right? And an election year. We all know what was going on then, and craziness and whatever and all this kind of stuff. But here it is. Fear and greed in March of 2020 was Bitcoin was 63.97, almost 6,400, and fear and greed was 8.
Oof.
Right?
Yeah.
Now let's look at the same time the same time. We're this August 5th. Here it is. I just happened to be on it. Bitcoin was 11,719 and fear and greed was 79. And then, so just like we had this little spike, everybody was happy last week.
Yeah.
But here it is. It drops down, and this is dropping down in mid-September to October, right? Fear and greed low in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
Right. And Bitcoin starting to rise 10, 11, whatever. But then watch what happens. Fear and greed goes absolutely bonkers up to 90. What is this? 86, 92. I mean, this is like riding high.
Oh, yeah.
And Bitcoin is taking that ride up to crazy heights.
Yeah.
And then where does it drop off? So people remember this. It's something cracks in 2021, all the way to 2021, April of 2021. You get a crack, and then boom, it falls. Right? Something went on and went back down to 40, 41, and fear and greed was down in the teens. Right? Yep. So if we're talking cycles, I mean, look what happens. Big fear and greed, and pull back.
Like, look where we're at now, right? That trending sideways. That's really literally the valley where you're talking about down there over on this part. Yeah, that's down there. Yeah,
that's over here, which would look like a lot more jagged if we didn't have such a big giant graph, right? If we weren't looking at this end, right? This stuff, this would be like, oh my gosh, here, what is it? What's Bitcoin here? $3,500, and then it goes crazy to 10 grand. Everybody's like, whoa, what would that do to you? Crazy. But yeah, a lot of sideways, capitulation, and then bam, halving happens, and there it goes.
Yep.
So, that's what's happening here, people. This is what's happening now to some extent. So get ready for this.
Right on.
So I like that. I like this graph over graph.
It is. Cool, man.
Chart over chart, graph over graph. Yeah.
What's that site?
This is coinglass.com.
Okay.
Coinglass.com, fear and greed.
Right on.
I like that. And then I got one story for you, Ray.
All right.
And this one is a good one. Morgan Stanley tells wealth advisors they can pitch Bitcoin ETFs in a first for a big bank. So here it is. They are taking the reins off.
They gave them the okay.
Published. Well, this was published August 2nd. So this is almost old news. This is Friday, I guess, right?
Right.
So Friday, I missed this story on Friday, but yeah, Morgan Stanley on Friday told its army of financial advisors that it'll soon allow them to offer Bitcoin ETFs to some clients. Obviously, they're rich ones. First among Wall Street banks, CNBC learned. The firm's 15,000 or so financial advisors can solicit eligible clients to purchase shares of 2 exchange traded Bitcoin funds starting August 7th, according to people with knowledge of the policy. Guess which ones they're going to do?
Yeah.
BlackRock and Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund.
There you go.
So BlackRock and Fidelity are going to be sold through Morgan Stanley starting very, very soon.
There you go.
What do you think? So go back to this when they start pumping people full of happiness. Like you saw it go up. Now now it's down. This is the time to smile and dial, right? This is the time to get it because it's gonna go. Everybody says it's gonna go.
Yep.
Boom. And that's how the God candle shows up. Like this.
Oh yeah. No, they can say all that stuff. The senators are talking about a strategigic reserve with it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're going to back
after the election. It's going to replace gold and whatever.
I actually had some amazing phone calls today, and it was you've got your normal crypto friends, right? Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I actually had people call me. They're like, bro, I want in. Never been in crypto before. Like, I want in. How do I get in? Like, this is my opportunity to buy, isn't it? And I'm like, you'll never get this opportunity again. So I had 3 people call me, so it's pretty cool.
Those are unique friends there, Sniper. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Usually people are like, get me out of the.
Well, these people aren't in it. They're just I guess they've watched it, and then they've been those people like, man, I wish we'd bought that when people started talking about it. And they just saw the news today and was like, yo, this is my chance to get in, right? And I was like, Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right on, bro. That's good. I see you got some stuff up too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna inform people the next Olympic stamp. If y'all want to share my screen there, and Connectricity, the announcement was made. You can go to the Telegram, go up to the pinned messages. This is why, if you see in Telegram, when you see this command, check latest pin, it's trying to draw your attention to the top of the screen up here, and you can click on the pins because it's always a kind of like a special announcement. So here was the instructions of what to do. You go to the Monster My City tweet that came out this morning, and these 38 likes, 38 reposts, and 38 comments to release the stamp. So the event is live in your Opus AI app, but it's not released yet. So to get the actual QR code and the Opus deep link dropped, we've got to hit those metrics. So this is where we're at right now. The account is at 42 likes. It's got the likes. It just needs the repost and needs 8 more comments. So
that's in the Connectricity? That's in the Connectricity Telegram?
Yeah, Connectricity. Yep.
Right on. That's cool, man.
Did you guys hit the app for your nightly show?
I actually just
did you check it? You just did it. All right. We were looking at it, but I didn't.
That's what I'm looking too. And I'm actually slack. I think I know I liked it, Sniper. I don't know if that's why I'm going through this. Man.
I was just bringing it to people's attention before they're like, wait, it took me there, but where's the stamp?
Right.
Stamp hasn't dropped until the metrics are hit. So
right.
Don't go on the Telegram beating the people up like, where's the stamp? Where's the stamp? Where's the stamp? Like, it was actually pretty simple, and it's got the like. So all it took was the same people that liked it to do the rest of the task and had been there. So
there you go. The post.
And
that's great to because it is. You gotta this is a participation sport over here, crypto. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. And yeah, it tells you 38 likes, 38 reposts. Okay, cool. That's the one thing I think I lacked. No, I didn't repost. Look at that. I followed the instructions, Sniper. I did it. But awesome. Very cool, man. I love the graphics, bro. That's very cool.
Yes.
Connectricity. That's a cool one, right? I love that one. Like, dude, that one's probably going to become a picture on my wall. Like that one.
That's a poster, bro. That's definitely a poster.
Vibrant. It's bright. It's very cool. So I may shoot them a message and be like, hey, yo, that image itself needs to be a stamp too. That's exciting.
Yep. You have an Earth on an Earth, man. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. That is awesome, bro. I love it. Yeah, cool stuff. Man, there's a lot, like I said, a lot of stuff happening in the Telegram. It's very cool.
There's stuff going on everywhere. There's events going on every day. Like you've got the chance to collect multiple stamps a day. Like everybody keeps saying, we want stamps, we want stamps, we want stamps. Where they're out there, I mean, you've got the possibility to earn 2 stamps, sometimes 3 stamps a day on Wednesdays with all the stuff that's going on. So just dig in, be active.
100%.
Work for those bags.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, dude. Good stuff. Right on. Let me pull it down. We didn't get to the peeps. Chat. What's up, chat? In there. Good evening.
People in the room. 28 people in the room.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Whoop. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, George. Yes, another day, another dip. This one, yeah, quite volatile, I would say. I know, like Tim was saying, not as much as we're used to, but it's across the board because we're going to talk about what it really was, right? Japan, a lot of stuff is a global thing, right? Stocks took a hammering. You got stuff.
I like that DCA, dollar cost averaging.
Oh, that's right, 100%.
That's right, George.
Right on, George. Steve, hold tight, monsters. That's right, Steve. We're good. That's why, like I said, it's so comforting, good to be in a group, right? And we're over. Like, listen, all that's happening. We're over there playing. We're playing games, battling. Again, we hold assets and are a part of this ecosystem.
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool, right? Like we laugh about it. But if we was out on our own, like if I didn't have this group, dude, I'd be just like everybody else. I'd be freaking out. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, man, 100%. Got some tacos. Oh, there you go. Night out. That's what I'm talking about. You can always DCA some tacos. Can't go wrong. Right on. Good to see you, Night Owl. Happy Monster Monday, Web3 guys. Yes. Thank you, Night Owl. Let's see. My crypto adventures always great time with the Web3 Wiseguys. No FUD, just plain facts. It is true education. Right on my crypto adventures. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Floor, happy Monday, Wise Guys. And yeah, everybody, you too, Florida, everybody too, Florida, Georgia, no, got a little rain event. Hope y'all are good. Stay indoors. I don't know if it's a hurricane or tropical storm. Something's going on. I don't think it's going to reach up to us though. But good to see you, Floor. Buy the dip. That's what I'm talking about, Ariel. Yes, good to see you, brother. Mona. Hope everyone is we're having a great Monday, Mona. Thanks for joining us. We shall part the Red Sea of bubbles. That is right, Carson. We are. We're going to go right through it, and and again, a lot of people are going to be following us. Right on. Good to see you, Dan. Ready for the Web3 Wiseguys on this Monday night? You the man, Dan. Good to see you. Clearance crypto. It is. It's a blue light special. Some of you millennials don't know what that is. A blue light special, right? Good to see you, Deb. Crypto Buffy B. Sue, the dip, one of the big. Oh yeah, it is the biggest, big opportunity. Absolutely, Sue. Thanks for joining us. Scott, I got some. Hey,
of course,
yeah.
Did you get it? Are you serious, Scott? Because I'm telling you that was hard. I was trying to catch it. I was like more around, I would say 23. But good for you if you did, Scott. You must have some bot. You have a bot, Scott?
I don't. That's the same guy that was mad about buying Bitcoin at $300. So.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Good. I'm happy for you if you did, Scott. Yeah. Web3 Wiseguys, son, the best. Hang in there, Web3 for learn. That's right. You the man, Comfy. Good to see you, brother. Bought a bunch of BNBs around 420. Oh, there you go. So you got some BNBs, and I picked up a little Solana. Like I said, there was all kinds of little Pepe coin. I had to because I bought Pepe coin kind of at the top.
Yeah.
So I had to fix that. You have to correct it. That's how you fix where you get in at, right?
Right.
Like that Tim's talking about, DCA. Good evening, wise guys. So happy to be here. Happy Taco Tuesday Eve. M2 Nomers. It is tomorrow. Exciting. Taco Queen. She's blowing it up over there. All kinds of events, games, amazing things going on over there. So yes, appreciate you, M2 Nomers. Mob is the alpha. He is not lying. Ariel knows it is. It's that game is ridiculous. I mean, we were battling, doing all kinds. We had our own Connectricity Olympics. We had some kind of what'd you call it? I don't even know how to say it, man.
Electricity.
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 I was trying to connect the lip. Yeah, but yes, thank you, 100%. But thank you, Ariel.
Yeah, Saturday night we actually had a battle party. We had all the channels battling against each other. It was real fun. So if you aren't playing the mob game, man, you better get in there and get to playing it.
It is, and it was fun, bro. You know what I mean? We were all battling and getting our mob cash, man. Paying respect, and that was what was cool. When one of the teams lost, all the teams that lost, right, paid the one channel, and it was cool. But we still got respect. There's no losing. Is what the point, right? Lots of fun always going on.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. That's right. Kim, good to see you, Kim. What's a blue night? Like he doesn't. No, blue light, bro. Blue light special. It was amazing deals. In a store that you don't remember, Kmart. Welcome to Kmart. Yeah. As Walmart before Walmart, bro. But good to have you, Austin. Good to see you, brother. Is the blue light the same as the? No, it is not the same. Amsterdam. There's a big difference. But yes, good to have you, bro. Sabina. Good evening, wise guys. Good to see you, Sabina. Hope everything is going well. Thank you. Let me see. But like seriously, let's see. I'm obviously on tacos, but yes, it's flight to safety right there. But that is what we're talking about right there. That's not just crypto right there, everybody. That is Wall Street. That is every big tech company in the not in the world, but they are global companies, right? But over 1.4 trillion was wiped out of the U.S. stock market today. So this is quite the event. It's not just
trillion. Holy moly!
Trillion with a T, right? And that it's kind of very volatile for Wall Street and stuff like that. That's quite a bit. It's not unprecedented. I mean, we do have these things, but this is pretty big.
Right. Yeah.
I love the song you played to start the show.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to play taps.
It wasn't that bad, man. It's not that bad.
That's how a lot of people are feeling around here.
But and look, not conspiratorial, everybody. But you gotta pay attention, right? You gotta pay attention. There's a lot of things out there. Anybody know what crushed it? What was crushing it during this time?
Taco.
Well, of course, tacos. But I'm talking about stock market, big companies who crushed it. Just get a little guess. Come on, a little fun.
Who did well when the market goes down?
And with rumors of war.
Oh,
here,
Halliburton or one of those war stocks.
Defense contractor.
Yeah.
This is Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. Not just one day, right? This is a month, but skyrocketed. If you don't understand it and you don't pay attention, there's some stuff that is afoot, right? So you're like, uh-oh, this is not, because you go down too, and there's some other stuff, not just Lockheed Martin, right? And I got not too many people know these companies, right? But these are defense contract type, General Dynamics. these are military type people. Northrop Grumman makes missiles, things like that, stuff like that. Hunter Inger Industries, right? We used to have these people when we were in the military. They build up our bases, right? That's what they do, right? So when we cleared the battlefield, they go up and make a base there all of a sudden. So yes, it's not just all red. So you gotta watch it. There's a lot of stuff happening. Who knows? More things may be afoot, but still, we give you all the news. But it was a tough day. But seriously, crypto stock markets shudder as recession fears intensify. But how did we get here? And yes, we're gonna go through this. It's mainly the United States and Japan. Okay. And we're going to talk about what is going on with Japan, right? And it all has to go about what we always make fun of, talking about printing money and how they lower interest rates and what they're doing. Because what I'm pretty sure, and I'm not, no one knows, but I'm pretty sure now, I think, Tim or Sniper, don't you think that the Fed is going to burr and they're going to print it up now, right?
Oh yeah,
well,
for sure.
They're gonna lower those rates. Now everybody's just gonna start guessing. Oh, is it gonna be a quarter? Is it gonna be half?
Right.
How much are they gonna lower it?
Right. But I want to get down to, because there was a good tweet here, right? And it explains a lot. But like I said, the U.S. government revealed the nation's unemployment rate climbed 4.3%, only 114. So there's a lot of things that look kind of like it's a weakening economy. Again, soaring prices with inflation, things like that, dwindling investment, and people leave very I guess things like crypto and these very risk assets, right? They as soon as this stuff started happening, it doesn't matter. They're just going to get out and they just go right to hodling and holding anything that they can, right? Even though it doesn't make sense. It is funny because Bitcoin really didn't wasn't really a flight to safety. But it did bounce, man. It kind of bounced right back, not fully, but it bounced. But the U.S. slowdown is not priced in at all. If anything, markets were more concerned about it overheating earlier this year, right? So, like I said, I want to get down to this tweet. It's in here, and it starts here. I'm going to go over to this Jonathan, but he's talking about higher borrowing costs equal less yen borrowed, and this is what we're talking about in Japan, right? So I'm gonna just read a couple up here because people sometimes they don't understand when we're talking about lower interest rates, when they're printing money, all of this stuff, what's going on. This is what happened in Japan, and it started cascading really fast, and now everybody is just getting wiped out right across the globe. So it seems intuitive that small 25 basis point interest rate hike in Japan would spike all risk assets, including tonight's 20% ETH candle. But you need to understand the way the carry trade works, right? It's a leveraging unwinding. So the quick explanation, and this is Jonathan. If you haven't followed him, he gives pretty good stuff, right? The quick explanation of carry trade is borrowing at a zero rate. We talk about the interest rate, right? And then invest in something with a higher than zero expected return. So they're borrowing yen for nothing. They buy it out an asset outside Japan that yields more than nothing, right? This is what they do. And then they're, question mark, they don't know, and then profit. So again, that's the idea of what happened and started to happen. And then again, this cascaded. So here you go. Well, yes, as so long as you borrow rate, the borrow rate remains low, your collateral is worth something, and the thing that you bought with your loan makes money. That concept works if that's the way if it's going. Okay. But what happened, and this is where you get down to here. I'm not going to get into the banks because this is he explains too how banks really work, right? But we're not, it's way deeper, and it's not what people think. But so here it is. Here it is. Higher borrowing costs equal less yen borrowed, equal less supply, more upward pressure on the yen. As a result, the yen has spiked in value. So it strengthened, their dollar strengthened ridiculously. And the inverse measure, USD JPY, has fallen dramatically from a high of 162 to 145. So this is the dollar, the US dollar to Japanese yen, right? That's what this is. So their money strengthened ridiculously. So because the yen is so much stronger, anyone who has borrowed yen now owes 10% more in USD terms just over the last few weeks. 10%, it just spiked for them, right? So it's a double whammy for yen borrowers. Your loan outstanding is higher, your interest rate is higher. So there's two whammies right there. The result caused some traders to sell their assets and repurchase yen in order to pay back their loans. But that buy pressure against the yen sends it up further. So that's the cascading thing. And yeah, if you guys have something, jump in, man. Right? I know you know, Tim. Which forces more buying, resulting in liquidation cascading. So as they're getting out more, right? They're getting into the yen. The yen is strengthening, right? And it's just a compounding, right? It's just crazy. It's just funny what people don't, you understand how all this stuff starts working. Right. And that's why the Fed, when they're lowering interest rates, doing this, printing money, doing all that, they're a very powerful organization, right? Very powerful organization. It's funny, in crypto, we see these reflexing dynamics play out over and over again. This is basically how Terra Luna, remember Terra Luna? That's how they unwound, right? But we're talking about a country, Japan, right? We were born into reflexivity. Everything goes great in order in one direction. Yen cheaper, I'm richer, and awful in the opposite. The yen stronger, I'm poorer, right? So it is. It's a dance, right? We get mad at the Fed. I know FOMO gets all worked up with the Fed. It is a dance, and if that's the way our system works right now, it is. It is what it is, right? So I don't know. It's just wild. But this is kind of what started everything, right? And it's just a kind of a wild deal to see. So I'm just not going to go through it, but that is kind of at least I guess I would say at least a catalyst for
could you scroll back up to that chart you showed?
Yeah.
What was the time span from that kind of bottom?
So it was I'd say, what do you mean down here?
No, over to the left at the very bottom. Is that 2024? Yeah, that's the beginning of the year.
That's the beginning of the year. Yes.
That's crazy. Wow.
So yeah, built up, right? And then just bam, right? Yeah. It is, man. I don't have the whole chart, but
that's all I was wondering. Was what was that time span?
Yep. Beginning of the year, bro. Yep. 100%. But just in general, looking at market history, right? History of recoveries. This isn't anything unusual, and I'm going way back to the Depression. But these things crash, and we're not even in something like this, right? We're not talking about a depression. It's not 86% down, right? We had some companies go down 10, right? Like an Apple that went down 10%. Some went down 5, right? We're not talking about ridiculous amount, but who knows? Like why I brought the war thing up. You don't know. That's all I'm saying. Right. There's other things that's out there.
I had a story up last week. I can't remember which day I showed it or if I showed it at all, but I did read it. But one of the former Fed chairs, from the local, I don't know which one it was, but one of them, it wasn't Powell, it was one of the other ones, wrote and had a formula for when, because they say three down quarters in a row and you're in a recession. And then recently they tried to change the definition of a recession. And she made up a new metric, and it's like, if this happens, 3 in a row and the average is, whatever. Anyway, her stats now came true. And so we're definitely in a recession here in the United States. And of course, mainstream media is not reporting that. They might start reporting on that now because, stocks have now bit the bullet and, have come back around. Even if it was the yen as the catalyst, but we're people have been in pain around here. FOMO, will tell you that he knows on a daily basis how many people are going out just for pizza and stuff like that. So, he's got his hand in it. I've been watching real estate, start to flatten out big time. Inventory is not up because rates are still high. So people are not, don't want to move out of that lower interest rate, right?
Right.
So what does that do? That was causing upward pressure on prices because no one really wanted to move. So people wanted it more. But now that's going to change because rates are going to come down next month. And people are, going to be in pain from being in a recession, not want to pay even though they have a good rate, that monthly payment might be too much for them.
Right.
So that could spark up another little bit of housing situation there. So we'll see.
And you brought up the commercial stuff too. That's another whole animal,
Well, that's not changing anytime fast. That's because people don't go back to work and don't want those leases, and then all those guys have to refinance those places.
People don't want to work, man. I mean, and I'm just saying, that's it's tough for businesses in general, right? Because people want to do, they got used to that digital virtual stuff, right? Virtual work.
Yep.
So yeah, it's crazy, man. And now you got AI coming. AI. We're going to touch on AI too, because a lot of automation's coming, man.
Yep.
We got a lot of weird stuff happening, but this is just a cycle. I mean, it happens, is what I'm saying. Goes down, starts to recover. That's why we talk about it. It's about buying the dip. You got all these people, Warren Buffett. They all talk about it, right? This is where you make your money, right? Doesn't seem like it, but this is where you do it. And if people like Dusty Sniper had 3 people call him, those are smart guys, right? Or women, right? Or whatever they were. That's exactly what you need to do, right? You need to see the opportunities, and when you say it all the time too, Tim, is when there's fear, that's when you get in there, right? It's exactly right. Because that's what these
I don't know how many memes I saw where it was tough times make strong men make good times, and good times make weak men. I saw that like 10 times, that meme today.
Yeah.
This is where we need strong people.
It is. Well, and it plays out in everything, man. That's why you see that's why you see in the military it's such good bonds between men, right? Because you're going through war, man. And that's why they're always so tight, right? It's just normal. This is exactly what it forges great bonds. Anyways. But yeah, that's what they look like. That's why you do it. Every time these things happen, bam. I mean, they're up. And we're in an asset that's still not mature. So we're talking about ridiculous amounts. We're not talking about 100%. Some of these things are going to get ripping, and that's what we're looking forward to, right? But here you go. But Fidelity, Vanguard, they went dark. They went dark amid Bitcoin stock market panic. Major online brokers platforms struggled early Monday. Customers reported as markets plunged across the board. Several online brokerages like them, right? More than 2,800 Vanguard customers reported services were down. Down. And what is that? Solana? I'm just joking. Just playing around. Yeah. Somebody unplugged the thing. But seriously, that's the issue, everybody. Those places. Hey, I'm all for the ETFs, but I'm not in it, right? We have self-custody. We're all about doing what we need to do. Like I said, last night, that was what was beautiful, being able to be on my laptop. I'm just all doing whatever you want during that crazy turmoil. It's crazy, right? That's what we need. Allison, good evening. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. But yes, it is. That's what happened. They went down, and as this stuff going down 2 trillion, right? Total crypto market fell below 2 trillion. Man, we were up. We were almost at 3, back to all-time highs, and now taking a little dip, but just funny to see all of this stuff. But Bitcoin ETF trading volume is still tops 1 billion amid the crypto crash. So I mean, the inflows are still happening. ETH, I haven't kind of tracked ETH during this thing, but trading volumes for Bitcoin exchange ETFs passed 1 billion. So extremely elevated trading activity across crypto. The head of research asset manager, Galaxy Digital. Only 20 minutes of trading, Bitcoin ETFs have clocked more than 1.3 billion in trading volume, with iShares Bitcoin Trust seeing high churn upward of 875. So
there was a lot of people on the phone this morning. Buy now.
Right.
Move it over to the ETF now.
Yep. If you have a brain, that's what you're supposed to. 100%, man. So this too. We always get these announcements. We're talking about hedge funds and you know, all kinds of people starting to get state pension funds, all kinds of stuff. So here's a European hedge fund, right? Reveals 420 million in Bitcoin ETF investments. So again, you're starting to hear all the people that have been getting in here, right? And that's what they were talking about. These are just big hedge funds, big companies, right? Hasn't been the regular folks yet. Go ahead, Tim. Yeah.
Right. What I was just going to say, with Morgan Stanley turning on the taps to their biggest customers and these guys starting to come in, how long is this dip going to last? Right. I mean, they're all not like, oh, buy it today. If they buy it today, right? If they go, this is the week, go get it. That's going to send this skyrocketing back up to where it was by Friday. Right. But they're going to feather their way in or whatever. And there might be some other world, what do they call it? Black swan event, something or other that makes it dip again. But these guys are all coming in, and this would be much worse if these weren't open yet, these ETFs, and turning on the retail taps for Morgan Stanley and all this kind of, they'd be much worse if they weren't there. So it's an amazing time. And if you see dips like this and you can do it, you know, get as, I don't want to say get as much as you can. And I guess we should have had this
financial thing
banner on, but you know, you pull the trigger on some, because you know everyone is still has in their sights, in their program for the next year to be in to get a position in Bitcoin and the other ETH ETF or whatever else they're doing. They're going to have crypto exposure. So this dip is that's all it is. It's just a dip.
Right. And that's why I didn't use all the dry powder too. But you know, you get in where, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, man. We're still again in a very immature market, and there's going to be a lot of things, man, that's going to present themselves. And that's what I'm saying. That's why you always have to have some ready. You don't know what the next Bitcoin or the next whatever Ethereum is going to be, next Solana, right? And that's what you're looking for. So that's why it's important. Jump trading is a ether dump. Smart move or a sign of trouble. So jump trade, and I'm jumping over there too. So you know it's not like a term, it's a company, right? But they've been the jump trading aggressive ether sell-off. They've been selling off quite a bit, coinciding with Japan's market crash. So just a little, you know, obviously some of the reasons why you see ETH maybe dumping harder than Bitcoin, right? You don't know who these, these people who have big bags of this stuff, right? So all of a sudden, aggressive unloading of assets preceded a historic stock market crash in Japan, August 5th. The Nikkei 225 index plummeted 12.4%, losing 4,400 points, its largest thing. But jump trading moved around 315 million in staked ether to cryptocurrency exchanges recently over the weekend. So, you know, that's obviously what you're looking at is where you see ETH maybe took a harder dump than that, than you see Bitcoin. Because it is, I'm all looking for it. We just got the news, Ethereum, ETFs. Oh, yay. But we know.
Imagine all the people that sold off Bitcoin thinking that ETH ETFs launching was going to cause this big green candle in ETH. And they sold their Bitcoin to buy ETH, and now ETH is crashed harder than Bitcoin. They got a double whammy right now.
Imagine that. Oh, that's funny. But now, as the yen skyrocketed against the USD, making the loans measured in USD much more expensive to pay back, while their potential collateral may have taken a hit as well. And jump trading may have been served margin calls for their loans. So it's what's weird is it's all, man, everybody, it is all connected is what I'm getting at. It's kind of wild just to see and experience all this stuff. It's wild. Good stuff. But and this is kind of off the subject. We're all done with all that, and then we'll get into some just some things maybe you want to do, when these dips happen. But the world's first major AI law enters into force. What's it mean for U.S. tech giants? And it's not from the United States. It's a UE, EU, European Union. But it is a landmark EU legislation that aims to govern the development. Now, let me get down here. What is it? Here it is. It's to the development, use, and application of AI. It sets a comprehensive regulatory framework across the EU and primarily targets large U.S. tech companies because most of the AI is kind of based out of the U.S., right? But there are some things, and then finally, at least again, you're getting some guardrails of what is going to be kind of regulating and how we're going to, I don't know, maybe control AI. Don't think we're going to be able to control AI, but it's likely to impact many businesses, especially those developing AI systems, but also those deploying or merely using them in certain circumstances. Like what is that thing called, Tim? You know how when you do marketing stuff, how when you do stuff with EU, when we were building websites, there's a thing. Yeah, I know. If you don't know what
GDPR or something, it's a
GDPR. Yeah, something like that. But
it's basically just disclosures that you're doing business on the internet with people in Europe and all their rights.
Let them know that you're taking their information, you're getting their email, that you have to let them know that we're going to contact them. This is a marketing thing. This is an affiliate thing. I'm getting paid thing, whatever. But it was to disclose that you are doing this to people who live in the European Union. And this is what we're talking about. GDPR. It is. That's exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure. But so what does it mean for U.S. tech firms? And you're talking Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple. These are all the AI giants, man, and that is wild. I'm shocked that we don't see any Chinese yet. Have you heard of any big Chinese AIs?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild, man. But usually, I know they're big into robotics. Japan too, big with robotics, right? Oh, there we go. Where's Kareem? Kareem, you the man. GM, wise guys. Good to see you, Kareem. Smash. Oh, yes. You're always smash it. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share on your social medias this show. GDPR, General Data Protection Rights. Right on. Regulations. That's correct.
There you go. 50 points for Kareem.
You man, and that's why I said I appreciate that because it is. The EU has always been ahead on that stuff, and that's good. Good for them, right? Same thing with AI though. Because this is going to be much more intrusive, I would say, because I can tell you, I'm on, and I'm not going to tell you the name of the one little AI thing I use, but they're kind of having some issues because they get behind paywalls. You know how there's membership things, or you have to subscribe and pay a subscriber's fee. I can put in the links to those places, and I can still scrape out the data behind those paywalls using this one AI. So just saying, that's the kind of stuff you're talking about when you're using this kind of technology. And that one gets a lot of poo-poo, right, that everybody is against that, because I guess, you'd say that's stealing and illegal, but it gives you great information. I'm just saying, there's a lot of different things out there. It's kind of wild. But that's why you need these regulations and stuff like that. So how is generative AI treated? Generative AI is labeled in the EU as act as an example of general purpose artificial intelligence. This label refers to tools that are meant to be able to accomplish a broad range of tasks on similar level, if not better than a human. General purpose AI models include, but aren't limited to, ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Anthropic's Claude. For these systems, the AI Act strict requirements such as respecting EU copyright law, and that's what I'm saying. These things, you're getting and you're treading on all kinds of people's, intellectual property and copyright, all kinds of stuff. So again, all of this stuff is needed because it's the wild, wild west with AI and stuff now too. So again, I'm not going to go through this is all the numbers, but if companies breach these rules, there are fines, fees, and obviously you can go and take legal action as well. But there it is. Look, there you go. Similar to GPR. Okay, GDPR. But that was a big deal. I remember when we were doing stuff with websites and all that stuff. That took a while to get used to that. Everybody, when we're building websites and doing all that kind of stuff, it was quite difficult to handle for the first year. There we go. ByteDance and Alibaba. Thank you, brother. There you go. AI, Alibaba. I used to go shopping on Alibaba, man. I didn't know they were doing that. But Alibaba is like Amazon. I know they got clouds like AWS services. Alibaba is pretty huge.
Is Jack Ma back yet?
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. Last time I heard he disappeared.
He disappeared. Yeah, he got disappeared. Somebody, they don't mess around in China.
Right.
Xi Jinping. He's a baller. He'll push you down, man. But wrapping it up, we got 10 minutes. Like I said, I put a little. Hold on.
You missed one, Ray.
What?
I forgot about this one until you started talking about Microsoft. But the judge ruled that Google is a monopoly in an antitrust case. This one is just out August 5th, 3:02 p.m. Yep. Google is a monopoly, maintaining a monopoly in the search and advertising markets. After carefully considering and weighing the witness testimony and evidence, the court reaches the following conclusion. Google's monopolist and has acted to maintain its monopoly, according to the court ruling. Right. It was a couple 100-page ruling I read before. But then down here, DuckDuckGo, whose CEO testified against Google in the trial, applauded the decision, but recognized its fight isn't over. In a statement for Public Affairs, he said, the journey ahead will be long. As we're seeing the EU and other places, Google will do anything it can to avoid changing its conduct. However, we will know there is pent-up demand for alternatives in search, and this ruling will support more access to more options. Then one more point. I know we're wrapping up, but where is it? Here we go. Apple, Amazon, and Meta all now face their own monopolization lawsuits from the U.S. government, and Google will go on trial against the DOJ a second time this fall over separate challenge of its advertising technology business. That makes this decision, this case, even more consequential for how other judges may consider how to apply a century-old antitrust laws in modern digital markets.
All right, right on. I know.
There. So these big guys who are controlling so much are going to start to get slapped around a little bit.
They are. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. The board is going to get shake. They're going to shake the board, man. Yeah. And it happens all the time, right? I don't care how big companies are. They don't. It's not like they're always there going to be on top, man. Things are going to get shuffled around, and big things happen. Big decentralized projects all of a sudden just show up. It's amazing,
Yep.
It's good stuff. Headline in Skype: Google illegally maintains monopoly over internet search. The judge rules. Oh, yep. I love it. Wow. Google, like their search is going to be whatever. I know Google's like I said, top, but the way that you're doing stuff with AI now, I use this one thing way more than Google now, and it's kind of wild. So yes, that's good stuff. Thanks, Kareem. And let's see. Well, would you be able to do a review piece on hard wallet ledgers? Need to get one, but don't really understand what's the difference. Yeah, 100%, Night Owl. We will. We'll do one Wednesday, Taco Tuesday tomorrow. But absolutely, good one. Appreciate it. I actually just got stacks. I got a ledger stacks, and it's kind of like a little computer, little screen. But we'll go through a couple. Absolutely, Nidal.
Those were a long time coming too. It's been like what, a year?
It's been over a year and a half, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Love it. But let me see. Let me get in this. But I will definitely, Nidal. Thank you for putting that out there. Again, navigating. This is what I put together real quick because again, this is what everybody's you're dealing with right now. And again, well, I won't jump into it, but navigating crypto market volatility. There's all kinds of different ways you can do this, right? So let me get down there. You mentioned this right off the bat, Tim, the DCA, and it's a steady approach. It's probably one of the most easiest things that you can do because you're just investing regularly, right? So these can be based off of time. These could be based off of when you find dips, however you want to do it, right? DCA. And that's what I'm saying. Price averaging, risk mitigation. Those are two different kind of ways you can DCA into whatever crypto, right? You can.
Two of those presidential candidates were talking about that, starting to buy crypto with U.S. funds so that we could use that as a reserve. And
strategic reserve.
That's what they're, especially RFK saying, buying 550 per day or something like that. That was his plan, but he had it mapped out pretty strong.
Right on. And then importance of an emergency fund, right?
Dry powder.
Yes, dry powder and a financial buffer, because there's things that happen all the time. If you own a home, I could tell you, I'm sure you know, that there's all kinds of unexpected costs. Highly liquid. Keep a portion in easily accessible assets like money market funds. They're talking about obviously stocks, but stable coins, right? ETH, Bitcoin. Those are highly liquid. Most of everything, if you're on a Coinbase or you're, whatever, almost any of that's liquid. But we've seen sometimes too where those stop working for a day, right? If you're in that spot.
I'll tell you right now, my septic pump guy does not take crypto.
Hey, neither does
Found that out this week.
Neither does Home Depot for refrigerator.
Right.
So, and I'm telling you, stress reduction right there, man. When you overextend, you are going to make silly decisions. And that is one of the worst things you can do in this space is overextend and just be out, right? Be out and have nothing, right? Reviewing your crypto portfolio. I was doing that literally, like I said, last night. I was going through because I got a small portion on Coinbase. Everything is in a cold hard wallet, like you were talking about, Night Owl. But I do have things on Coinbase, and I was going through there's ridiculous ones I got into. I'll be honest, right? And they're never going to return. They're never going to come back. But there's still a couple of $100 left in there, right? So you gotta cut the losses and you gotta take the hit. You gotta be like, yeah, I messed that one up, and you move that into some ones that are up and coming, or some other ones that are you think more of a blue chip, like whatever, a Chainlink, a Solana, things like that. But I going through that went and found some flyers that I think are potential flyers, and I took the hit, just finally liquidated them and put them into these ones that do have an opportunity in this next bull run to do the face melting thing that we're talking about, right? No one knows for sure, but that's what we're talking about. Your current holdings, you compare it to goals and identify imbalances, right? So those are things that you need to do regularly, not just in these crashes. You need to do these regularly. Another one, rebalancing strategies, threshold rebalancing. You can do that. Obviously, allocation deviates by your percentages. You need to have these in your head or on a spreadsheet or whatever. You need to stick to a plan. Again, listen, I'm going to jump. The plan for me is our ecosystem. That's a massive majority of where my stuff is. That decision is very easy. It's in a cold storage, and I ain't never touched it. I don't think it has seen the internet in like 3 years, right? That's easy. But this is
cold storage will actually keep you from doing some stuff. I was actually talking to my wife before the weekend. Like, you could almost feel this coming. Like the vibes were already in the timeline. Like, it's almost like everybody knew this is going to happen. And I'm talking about major people I follow was talking about, if it nukes, I'm going to do this. I'm buying this. It's almost like all the flags were there, like, okay, this is going to happen. I told her, I was like, yeah, but it's in the ledgers, and I have to get the ledger because they're stored offsite. I have to get the ledgers and have to send it here to be able to move it into stable token, and it's just not worth it. Let's just it is what it is. Let's hold our position, you know. So
yeah.
that cold storage will actually keep you from making those stupid mistakes sometimes. Because what if this had not happened with the Japanese market? I don't think anybody really saw that coming, and you had made a move before the weekend or on Saturday or something like that, because you can trade crypto anytime. And what if today, like, it just took off and you're caught with your pants down? So
yeah,
I love cold storage. It helps protect me from my worst adversary, and that's me.
Well, and from snap decisions, you're right.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
Exactly.
you're like, yep, you're right, man, 100%. Wise guys are the best. Connie, you're the best. Appreciate you, Connie. Thank you, thank you. I agree. Our community is the place to be. It's 1,000%, right? And it makes the world a difference, right? That's what I'm saying. Strong. You know, I see them things all the time going through Twitter. What's your conviction? You know, we say this, you know, obviously, and talk about our stuff, but it's like locked in. There is no other place I'd rather be. It's crazy, right? Because people, you know, you have no idea. It's going to be ridiculous.
I think Sniper, you just gave me an idea. We're gonna have a hard wallet company, and there's going to be a resistance lock on it. So if fear and greed is under 40, it won't open, and if it's over, 65, it won't open. So you can't sell. It's
That's a good tool.
It's up now. I got to get out. No, you're not getting out. And if everything's crashing and fear and greed is under 35 or whatever, you can't sell now. No point to it.
That's
You
actually
gotta have that fear and greed lock on
that's pretty stinking smart. But then it gets into the same lines with like what Robinhood did today. Like,
Yeah.
no, we're freezing your assets. You can't do anything.
Right.
It's true. There's
That
a, yeah. What is that one? I forget. It was a movie, but it was like you had to blow into the phone to see if you were drunk before you text. Yep. Remember, before you had to blow, all kinds of stuff like that, right? It is. You have to, who knows, right? But here's some other things: identifying buying opportunities. There's a couple different ways, right, that you can, find these. Market research. That's my main thing, right? Oh, I didn't know it does that. Fundamental analysis, kinda. I could do a little bit. Obviously, it's more about research. You're talking about the technology, the team, the real world. So I would say I combine these two. I don't really do TA, technical analysis. I like looking at it. I'm intrigued how there are patterns. That's kind of cool. But a lot of the times these patterns fall apart, right? Especially in these newer baby assets. And then risk assessments, consider potential risk, rewards of each investment opportunity. So I say I do 1, 2, and 4, but mainly, again, market research. That's why I started getting into, the things are what is the main thing that's happening right now, the AI stuff. So I look for infrastructure that is supporting AI. That's literally why I'm kind of focusing on that right now. Anything not in our ecosystem, the stuff that I play with the little side stuff, right? That's that kind of stuff. And again, I'm not shilling, but that people think when I say Pepe coin that it's a stupid meme. It's not the stupid meme. That literally has to do with AI, right? And that's why I love that thing, and I look in other things like that. Those are the type of other projects, and the DePIN. I'm very interested in the DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure, that's going to hold up and do all this stuff, for Web3, and again, more for AI too. So those are things you want to look at. Diversification in crypto. I'm not going to say it again. Main thing. I'm way into this, right? But there's obviously I do have Bitcoin. I have Ethereum, the large caps, nice chunk of that. Some altcoins. The only DeFi thing I can say is that I do maybe Pepe, the Pepe coin, and then NFTs. Good holder with some NFTs. I still love NFTs, especially ones that actually do things, especially ones that are dynamic, have utility. You see them on a map. They collect GMs. I like those ones, right?
Yeah.
I like those bees. I like that one right there. I like a few of those. But yes, I'm all about that kind of stuff. So again, diversify in crypto. And then yes, we know this stuff, risk management. I'm thinking maybe that's why Scott McHenry, maybe he's got stop loss bots and things like that. But yeah, that's how you get those dips where you want them exactly down there at great prices. And then emotional discipline. don't let your emotions like Smokey. Don't or Big Worm. Don't let your emotions play with you. Right. Stay calm. You can't get. That's why you were just talking about those tools, right? Don't after it's in fear and greed and stuff like that. Don't let you making decisions on those extreme time frames right there. Yeah. Mindful decisions make rational choices based on analysis, not fear or greed, and confidence in strategy. Main thing I'm confident I have the most confidence in is what we're in, right? Monsters, Opus AI, those things like that. Long-term perspective, short-term volatility, technological advancements, adoption, and integration. Yeah, every one of that. But the main one, technological advancements. That's kind of like I said. There's so much, amazing tech that's coming out, and we're in an amazing place because there's going to be a lot. I think in this next bull run, we're going to see just ridiculous things that people have been building and just been kind of doing it, right? Doing it in silence, doing it in front of everybody, right? But you're going to see big monsters just roll out, and it's going to shock the world. And I say monsters for a reason. Monsters, Connectricity, Mob, like I said, Opus AI, all kinds of things. Bees, it's amazing. But yeah, and then there's, like I said, other big companies that have been doing the same thing, right? Just building. A lot of times they don't show their hand, and you're going to see all these things just start standing up, and then you're going to have opportunities to get in there if you have dry powder. But that's kind of wrapping it up. That's good stuff. So who cares what goes on, other than, like I said, obviously you can get a little crazier when you talk about wars and things like that. But who knows? But you got the bubbles up again, man.
Because I saw green, I didn't understand.
Green.
Coming back already?
Is the hour? Oh yeah, 56. That is pretty bad, right? Look at 25.
25.
Bro. Wow. That
and
is
just like that. Everybody take a deep breath. We'll be all right.
Yeah, but not in stocks, right? But that's what I'm saying.
No,
we move, right?
This is 24 hours a day, right?
Yes.
Those stockbrokers, they went home.
I think the crypto sentiment is people aren't sad that their money's not gone. Nobody's selling anything, right? We're not selling when it's down. So all that FUD you hear on the timeline, I think it's really anger. It's like, dang it, I could have sold and bettered my position. I think that's why everybody gets so pissed off, is because they watch people do it and they're mad at those people. It's like, they're not mad at them like for selling. They know they sold to better their position and they didn't do it. So you just have a bunch of angry people on the timeline. I don't think anybody's actually worried like, oh my God, we're going to zero. They're just all ticked off,
Right. Well, and they use it a lot for engagement farming. I mean, this is also a time to be, doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I saw the guy from I forget, it was Tom Hanks movie where he goes, I am the captain now. Yeah. He goes, I am the influencer now. I just took over. He pirated the whole thing. But yeah, to go with what you're saying, when you see a sea of red, like when you see it on in the stock market, like one thing crashes down or whatever, you got to figure out what it was that caused that, and if that company's going to come back from something like that. But when you see the sea of red, the stock market, because of how mature it is, it's going to take a while for that to claw its way back up. But everything we're dealing with in the crypto market is so young and has so much potential coming back at it. It's going to swing wildly in each direction. And when everything's green, you go, well, everything's going to come back, or everything's red, everything's going to come back. When it's green, you go, we should look at that more. The more green things are out there, you go, oh, we're topping up on everything here. Maybe you do take, 1%, 2% off the top so that you have some powder for when all of a sudden everything's red and you go, do that kind of thing. So this kind of market, in crypto, you can do that kind of thing. In stocks, it's going to take longer for that stock market to turn around.
Yep, absolutely.
So, I round trip everything. I enjoy the ride. I'm not getting off early, and I'm not getting on too late. So.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, BitDev, I do see it, brother, but I'm not gonna bring it up in front. I'll check it out. I'll definitely take a look at it, bro. But yeah, I'll just letting you know I see it. But I'll look at it before I jump it in front of everybody here. Thanks for another great show. Night Out. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Right? Good stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, just another day. Just another day in crypto and stocks, all this stuff. It's wild. Yeah.
You know what day it is?
What day?
It's Taco Tuesday Eve.
Taco Tuesday Eve. It is. Yes. It doesn't get.
We're gonna get that 4% back. What'd you say? It went down 4% over this weekend. 4% is back tomorrow. I'm calling it.
Yeah, that's
right back.
That is. That's gonna be bouncing like huge, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, we're actually at all-time highs right now. It's just not reflective because the ETH is down. If he came back up to where it was, let's just say last Tuesday, dude, everybody be going nuts. Like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Tomorrow could get crazy. Tomorrow could get really freaking crazy. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Taco Tuesday
party.
Yeah, Robin, thank you. Appreciate you, Robin. Thank you. Saudia, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. And we'll go out. I'll play that song again. Right? It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
keep
I love it. Making some different ones. But yes, appreciate everybody joining us. We'll see you on tomorrow. Amazing Taco Tuesday. And I'm sure I'm see you in the Telegram. We're gonna be battling. I love the game where you're battling with the button, but I also love the jobs, man. Right? And I love playing respect. Anytime I want to pay respect, I can pay respect. Man. I love it. The game is amazing. So big ups to the devs and the big brain. Yes, appreciate y'all. So thanks, Sniper. Thank you, M2 Monster. Tim, you the man.
Cheers.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.
Markets rise, markets fall. It's a roller coaster ride in the heat of a storm. Where do we confine us? In the bottom, on the way up is just fine. But chasing the top, that's where we draw the line. Everybody's bullish when the market's flying high. But when the crash comes, it's hard not to sigh. Long-term dreams can shatter overnight. In the blink of an eye, all that glitters ain't bright. You gotta know, you gotta see, the market's not a guarantee. It's gonna crash, it's gonna burn. Sometimes lessons we all must learn. Riding the waves, we're holding tight. Through the storm and the darkest night. Markets crash, but we rise again. With each fall, strength flows through our veins. Don't chase the top when the bottom's unclear. In this world of trading, there's nothing to fear. Missing the bottom on the way up's okay, but greed on the decline will make you pay. Gotta be wise, gotta be shrewd, adapt and just your attitude. The market's wild, it's